guys, and welcome to part 4 of my guide. And we are about to start one of my favorite periods, the Age of Absolutism, however you say it. So to start off, one thing I wanted to do, so you see I have 3 months left in this age. I want to go ahead and seize land. As you see, that the burghers are disloyal because I took away a privilege recently. And that means that I should get Particulus. I'm actually going to give into these demands, and this is a common strategy that's used. So I'm going to go ahead and just accept the demands. It's going to raise autonomy everywhere, and obviously the point of this is so I can lower autonomy everywhere. And I'm going to lower that autonomy in every province possible to gain the max amount of absolutism. So now I've already got 40, and I can also strengthen government, so I'm at 42. And now I'm going to also go to my religion tab and grab, I want to say this is one, yeah, 1% yearly absolutism for 10 years when I get this. Then I'm immediately going to go to war here. So, and the reason is because I'm trying to trigger a disaster. It's actually going to be this disaster here. Corn country, so as you see, I need 50 absolutism, I need some negative stability. Or rather, I need at least 2 stability. I have 3, so I have to fix that. And I have to be at war. So my plan here is just war, and then when Call of Peace happens, I'm just going to sit in that war. So one thing I talked about is I do need to lower my stability. The way we do that is just get a royal marriage and break it. This also helps because I can, anytime you do royal marriage, it reduces your legitimacy. You can strengthen again. I'm going to go ahead and break that royal marriage. That should lower my stability. There we go. So now they have unconditional surrender. That means that Call for Peace should be also on its way. So you can see the disaster is starting to trigger for me. This is perfect. Keep in mind you can't immediately end the war because this would go down, and if you lose this, it completely resets. So it's super toxic that way. This is kind of a judgment call. I'm not sure exactly, I haven't calculated it, but I feel like my war exhaustion shouldn't drop in time. White peace out Nuremberg. And then probably just take this province. Money. Alright, so when this pops, of course I am the state, but you'll want to take down the date. The disaster lasts for 10 years, there's no way for that to be better. I'm making a mental note that in July 1626 it should end. So at this point, my focus is going to be on completing my mission. And now that you have 75 or good amount of absolutism, we can kind of do things we've been avoiding in the past, like taking provinces that aren't co-belligerated. I decided to go to war with Bohemia next. He has a big chunk of provinces that I can take, and Kalog is also in there, so I can take his province in a non-co-belligerated fashion. Just going to clear this war and get into it. So my crown line went below 70 and I need to get that back. So I'm going to dev a little bit. There we go. Just to know, you are okay to not continue going to war until after the disaster. I just don't want to waste any time, but really you're fine to do that. As I discussed earlier, we can now take non-co-belligerated provinces. I would still not recommend doing this too much, but in this case it's for my mission. One thing before we end a war with any non-Protestant, the religion, get rid of that, add it back. Alright, gonna grab 100% here. That's good with me. Obviously, check the coalition map, it's nothing to worry about. I probably won't attack anyone else until this disaster ends. I'm kind of high on aggressive expansion anyways. For my first age ability, I'm going to grab this plus 5% admin efficiency. Make sure before the disaster ends that you have at least 60 absolutism. That way you get the full plus 20. Alright, the event has finally ended. And as you can see, we get plus 20 max absolutism until the end of the game. So that is something we need. This isn't just a for fun type thing. Now let's refocus on our objectives here. These provinces are the next target. Now that we have a higher cap on absolutism, let's lower some autonomy. And also strengthen government. It'll naturally get its way to 100 before I don't have to worry too hard. Maybe we could do a little bit here, like harsh treatments, but it's pretty high and it'll get to 100 over time. I want to attack Wurzburg or Würzburg. We're gonna go with that. He is Protestant, and I want to use my CB. So one trick you can use is attack someone that is not your religion, and then co-belligerent. I decided to attack Bremen with Cleansing of Heresy, and I co-belligerate Aachen and Wurzburg. Of course, call my allies. Always go for the bigger targets in war first, if you're trying to get them out early, like in this case, Burgundy. Be cautious with your admin points when you are at war. Or I could select this idea, I actually want to hold on to those points. Remember, the best way to get ward score is going after someone's capital. Normally, capitals do not have great forts. You can easily order a barrage and assault. You notice I only have 1,000 guys. Easy. Now, even though I didn't co-belligerate Burgundy, we are now in the age of Absolutism, which means we can do things that normally we wouldn't want to do. Like, take provinces on a non-co-belligerated target. The reason we're taking these provinces is because we need them for this objective. I'm going to start working towards my Brandenburg Gate rank 3, and this is actually super potent now. It got buffed because of the 10% max effective absolutism. This translates into something like 2.5 to 3% admin efficiency. It's time to end this war. Remember, we originally attacked Bremen and co-belligerated with the Cleansing of Heresy CB, so all of this stuff is going to be cheaper to get. And remember, we're going after this mission here. These are all mission provinces, and I might as well just take this because why not? So now we are 7 out of 10 for our mission. We're going to have to attack Hesse either way, so we might as well just ignore Trier. Now we attack Hesse. We're going to call on our allies and go ahead and declare the war. One trick with this faith is I can go ahead and assign myself, I have to figure out which one it was, this negative monthly war exhaustion, and get a negative 100% war taxes. So essentially, kind of just, I leave war taxes on with no penalty, make some more money. Pretty good thing to do. I'm going to go and make Russia null treaties with the Netherlands. And I'm going to grab full annexation from Hesse. That should complete my objective. So rather than complete the mission right away, I'm going to wait until I'm about to peace out in a war. That way I'm just min-maxing that 20 years that I have, because there's no point in taking this now. From this point, we have 2 more things to do before we're really ready to form Germany, and that's going to be German Confederation, which is I need 100 provinces. And you see we're at 68, we're getting there. We still got a little bit more to go. Then I want to do this develop Koenigsberg mission. I have to have a bit of Poland's land here. I'm saying capped on military points, so anytime you're doing that, just get some professionalism. Now I'm going to use my late game military template. So I'm going to make a template with 15 infantry and 10 cannons. Call it 25. I'm going to conform all my army to that. Get rid of the horses. I'm going to ask France to reduce opinion of Poland, because he's the defender of the faith. which is kind of annoying. So I hired a discipline advisor to finish this objective. If we get to 100 professionalism, I can get the last one, which I'm pretty close to. Okay, and the Ottomans have finally been willing to accept my war here. Now that I'm about maxed on my absolutism, I'm going to remove my other privileges so it can keep climbing. And I got my monument to tier 3, so now it has a max effect of absolutism. I'll show you what that means in a bit. And from here on out, your Age of Absolutism perks don't really matter, they're all kind of meh. And again, you'll see this is usually capitals have no good fort, so sieging it quickly is great. Now we can get our last reform. We're going to get this political absolutism. And they've changed it so it gives a plus 15% max effects of absolutism. So that's pretty awesome. So what this means now with the Brandenburg Gate and that reform is that we can get to 125 absolutism. I'll show you what those bonuses look like when I get there. I can finish my mission army with the state. And once again, can use that trick where someone just takes the fort and you go and take it back. And quickly take it. It has no garrison. Now break my alliance with Austria. We're going to want to attack and become Germany. For the end of the war, let's make sure we grab this negative 10% war score cost towards other religions, as always. Oh, before we end the war, let's grab this negative 15% aggressive expansion and impact. And we have that for 20 more years. We want to do this mission called Develop Koenigsberg, and the reason it's so great is you get a golden era for the long as your ruler's life is, and it does not count towards your golden age. So you can basically kind of have 2 golden ages. I notice my heir is fairly old, so I want to get a young guy, so I go ahead and disinherit. If I don't get an heir, I'll probably just introduce one. I think I'm just going to do that now. It's perfect. My guy is 8, and so should be super young, and then we can kind of educate and get that golden age for a long time. And I'm going to, of course, increase my legitimacy, because I don't want to lose that absolutism. I wanted to showcase this real quick, as I mentioned it earlier. So because we have these max bonuses, we actually get 37.5% admin efficiency, 6.2% discipline, and 62.5 foreign coordination modifier. And so basically with this last perk, since we're getting a 2.5%, we've kind of got a 10% bonus from that and absolutism. And so that makes the Brandenburg Gate one of the best monuments. Not the best, but definitely in maybe the top 10, I would say. But only for Prussia. So we're going to look at building those universities. We need 25 total. We have 10. Okay, so we're going to add as many as we can right now. Okay, we've added 9, so we should have 19. We need 6 more before we get to that point. And here I go ahead and attack Bohemia, continuing my conquest towards that 100 provinces, and of course I call in France. We don't care about being smart. We take things that are non-co-belligerent without worries. Again, taking these provinces even though he's not co-belligerated. I might not. I'm kind of just trying not to end this instantly because I don't have the points for it. And it might be a little above aggressive expansion if I do as well. Or sorry, overextended. 50%. I guess I'm okay. Just take it all. Some money. Alright. But now that we're done also as well, I forgot to do this. We can start centralizing, so I'm going to get this centralized minus, and you get 50% refund. Let's go for that. And now, if I had the add-on points, I'd do it straight away, but we're a little short. Alright, I'm going to build my last 2 universities. Before I forget. I also do need to dev Koenigsberg to 30. So we'll work on that. So we have 20 more provinces that we need to get this mission done. This mission is crucial to get this plus 5% admin efficiency. So we can't become Germany until it's done. Overall, we just need München and either Augsburg or Stuttgart. And yeah, so we're definitely on track. It's long past due that I got these provinces up here. I noticed Austria is being attacked by several nations, and this gives me a great opportunity to attack him, so I decided to go ahead and do that even though I'm in the middle of a war. Okay, we're at full annexation here. I'm just throw my leader into as a general and just kind of praying that he dies, because that's where he's going to be dead. Wow. Okay. So now we can go ahead and develop Koenigsberg. You notice if we complete this mission with at least 25 universities, we will experience golden era without expending our own for the duration of our ruler's life. You can see that somewhere here. Here, golden age. So this is kind of trouble. I'm going to attack Venice just so I can unsiege some of the provinces he has. It's not really what I want to do, and I might just like wipe peace out or something. All right. Okay, I'm going to end this war, and you know, don't ignore this. This is fine. Oh, please. Okay, good. Finally, he'll just accept white peace. It was super annoying. 4-year war for white peace, okay. Here I attack this Martian as this is the last province I need to complete my mission. Okay. Now we can take this Martian. That's how it's said. Add some money. This will finish our objective here. We get 5%. We get 5% admin until the end of the game with this, and we can now form Germany. Yes, please. I think that is a perfect spot to wrap up. We've formed Germany, and we're gonna start snowballing super hard. Thanks everyone for watching, and as always, let me know if you have questions, or if you have any ideas for a nation you'd like to see covered. Let me know. Have a good one.